the valley of the purple goats. He cannot distinguish himself from society. Talented man cannot fly because humans don't. Maybe he's just stubborn. Maybe he's just dumb. Adapt or die, compete or cry, fighting nature, what a bum. From Valhalla we descend like thunder. Don't try or comprehend. Her beauty bright, her voice ignites. A perfect time, a perfect end. A weird taste for normalcy. Is there a bigger lie? A once in a lifetime, once upon a time, he decided he was born to fly. From Valhalla we descend like thunder. Don't try to comprehend. Her beauty bright, her voice ignites. A perfect time, a perfect end. A purpose born, not just to fall. From heaven I was sent. A misfit from the woods, they were just caged in rooms, so I carried them over the fence. To fall. From heaven I was sent. A misfit from the woods, they were just caged in rooms, so I carried them over the fence. A purpose born, not just to fall. From heaven I was sent. A misfit from the woods, they were just caged in rooms, so I carried them over the fence.
Play me a symphony, intense and slow. Add gula flute for mystery, and when piano starts to blow me away, bring it on home. Make it an ode to me, an elegy too. Add your flute immediately. Soft sounds of synth can take their cue from me and piano chords. Authentic is my only rule. I want to hear it all. Don't fumble all over my words. The traumas that I yield are real and right. So feel, and if it's good to me, I'll sing your praise. 1,000 rabbits run in threes, kaleidoscopic pad melodies cascading through my brain. And hot girls make it rock, magnetic force. At 55 I'm focused thought. Computers painted purple rot, and God painted me wrong. only rule. I want to hear it all. Don't fumble all over my words. The traumas that I yield are real and right, so feel them all.
Well, I pulled into the gas station in the middle of nowhere, crossing names off a map. There's a hillbilly looking at me like I'm the first person she's ever seen. So I park my car and get out. It's a long drive, and I notice a big hairy fella chained to the wall, with a clear sign saying, "Do not feed Bigfoot." And I of course thought, maybe I should feed Bigfoot. So I went into the gas station and grabbed a bag of chips and some chocolate and a couple Gatorades. And I put them out for Bigfoot, and I looked him in the eyes and I just nodded like, yeah, I get it. And I got back in my car and I drove on down the road. Then Bigfoot had his revenge, and before I left that humble town, every hillbilly in Indiana was talking about the man who fed Bigfoot and how Bigfoot burned. And now I think about that middle of nowhere town anytime I hear "World's Greatest Dad" in Indiana, on my way to the Walmart in eastern Kentucky. Then Bigfoot had his revenge, and before I left that humble town, every hillbilly in Indiana was talking about the man who fed Bigfoot and how Bigfoot burned. Then Bigfoot had his revenge, and before I left that humble town, every hillbilly in Indiana was talking about the man who fed Bigfoot and how Bigfoot burned. And I think about those hillbillies sitting around a gas station pretending, eating donuts with their thoughts, and how one day they can pass on that story and tell their kids they meet the man who got Bigfoot out. And they'd say, "Where'd he go?" And them telling their kids, "Don't worry about it." And they'd all laugh together and have a good, wholesome family time, while Bigfoot had his revenge. And before I left that humble town, every hillbilly in Indiana was talking about the man who fed Bigfoot, how Bigfoot burned.
Want me there, hanging on your every word. Better use that sweet talk. Soft place to fall, ride or die after dark. Boy, she made that cake walk. Sugar's fine, sugar'll do every time, but out here at crunch time, I'd kill to have a man be my titan, dirty working every moment. My Jerry Rice keep that playbook alive. Catch it, leave it all open. There's no doubt I can do it myself, but I like it better when kill to have a man be my titan. Ain't no shame, I'll match energy, and you know my subscribe. Yours and mine, all the finer things in life. A fucking dream, 2.5 kids and all. But you know who is up when it's down to the wire. I'd kill to have a man be my titan, dirty working every moment. My Jerry Rice keep that playbook alive. Catch it, leave it all open. There's no doubt I can do it myself, but I like it better when kill to have a man be my titan. Love is easy, I love is patient, but it's all lost if you can't tie it off. Can't tie it off. Let me tie you off like a beach reed. Give it all to me. Said it's all lost if you can't tie it off. I kill to have a man be my titan, dirty working every moment. My Jerry Rice say all the pretty lines, but catch it, leave it all open. There's no doubt I can do it myself, but I like it better when you have a man be my titan.
Once there was a squirrel with the legs of a giraffe, just a floppy leggy lump of a squirrel lying in the swamp. He lived with his mom under the murky water's surface. She'd tell him, "You belong, don't be nervous, up in the tree, but down in the swamp there's nothing but muck and the fibrous fluff of those marshy plants, and it's all that they eat." It tasted bland, the water is deep, but his head still hits the sand. When he was young, he liked to swim, but over the years his legs grew long. He tried and fought, he tried and failed, to call in sick to swimming class, and he would say, "I don't even like getting wet, but under the water is the only place he fits." And under the water, he says, when he's grown, he'll be taller than anybody he knows. When he's grown, he'll be taller than everybody he knows.
under the water is the only place he fits. And under the water, he says, when he's grown, he'll be taller than anybody he knows. When he's grown, he'll be taller than everybody he knows. Around the swamp there are other squirrels, and the dirt is littered with acorns. And the squirrels are climbing around in the trees. They're all calling to him, join us, please, they say. When he's grown, he'll be taller than anybody he knows. When he's grown, he'll be taller than everybody he knows. But that day wasn't coming soon enough, and the littler squirrels, they were starting to give up. And they had grown to have kids, and he watched them up in their nests. And he said, that's about as close to squirrel life as you get. And every new face he met, he'd tell them when he's grown.
I'm all caught up with lovely scenes when lovers switch their bait for dreams. I'm seeing 14 shades in sheets and birthday cake in pretty pink. The extra tense that summer brings when wild tongues reel to mumble rings. If all I saw in summer was you, I'd have to say that it pulled me down too, in the blink of an eye when you pick up the spoon. If I called you tonight, would it send you back soon? Blue-collar crimes when you danced in the moon. Like a birthday song, it rings a childish tune. You're such a pleasant sight to see, and bedtime shakes when you're so free. In some time you'd look beneath a starry night with all its heat. Long walks when it was you and me, with city lights and foolish streaks. It felt like musical youth with you. On the sacred night, it was oh so true, when I slipped on your dress and it smelled just like you. When you opened your bedroom and played me your truth, then you joined singing songs to the man in the moon. Like a birthday song, it rings so childish of you. You're such a pleasant sight to see, and bedtime shakes when you're so free. In some time you'd look beneath a starry night with all its heat. Long
walks when it was you and me, with city lights and foolish streaks. It felt like musical youth with you. On the sacred night, it was oh so true, when I slipped on your dress and it smelled just like you, when you opened your bedroom and played me your truth. Let's speed up this sunset, blueberry, Salvador Dali. We fly head first into the green. Stargazer, I wear smart pants. My charcoal monkey smokes a cigarette. Can't take it easy, something cylindrical. My hand finds it. Rabbit ears, cauliflower, but she has iris. I'm floating in a cloud, some kind of popcorn bites my door. Say, pours that or papa. You've crack her with me. I take her with me. The CIS called me Uncle Sam. Bourgeoisie frisk. I ask what's with that social security plan. She's purple, but she ain't pleasant. But goddamn, she is cute. FBI and the surplus, we barter in plum. It's like sitting in strawberries. Look at her with those ribbons, playing maracas behind my head. You have the legs of a great leader. Is that a prom dress, a wedding dress, or dead dress? I'm funny, I don't give a shit. Let's speed up this sunset, blueberry, Salvador Dali. We fly head first into the green. Stargazer, she's purple, but she ain't pleasant. But goddamn, she is cute. Speed up this sunset, my blueberry, my purple pisser.
I am not an inspiring country ballad, cannot blow 300 grand in a day. That's fraud. I did not fare well in college. That's fraud too. I will not be a little nymph for you, and I will not be a lady nun for you. I did not come from Siberia. I am not an uninspired femme fatale. You don't see me adorned in all black. That's a god, and that code does not apply in a dance pop tune. I cannot hate Ledane because I'm the guy and you told me so, so you must be right. I never listened to Harry Styles. Who's that? I'm wrong now. What am I now? Unless it is listen, then I'm way off wrong. I've been to space in consolation prizes. I have never been mistaken again. Au contraire, I am not your sacrificial lamb. And wow, you're right, I cannot confirm nor disaffirm, but said martyrs don't stutter, and I kinda do. And I am not a prepubescent blonde. I am not what my body sells, no matter what you say, no matter what you say. My voice is top authority as of today, so bite me a post-public 𝘛𝘪𝘮𝘮. The guitar hero must apologize. All the sound cures from all the counting hutch and graveyard touch, where the wave rooms have spoken of 1997 as ticking, not black. 'Cause God knows it's hard to adapt without forgetting who you are, or who you were before you were her. Or who you were before you were her. The guitar hero must apologize. All the sound cures from all the counting hutch and graveyard touch, where the wave rooms have spoken of 1997 as ticking, not black. 'Cause God knows it's hard to adapt without forgetting who you are, or who you were before you were her. The guitar hero must apologize.
Play me a symphony, intense and slow. Add gula flute from mystery, and when piano starts to blow me away, bring it on home.
Make it an ode to me, an elegy too. Add your flute immediately. Soft sounds of synth can take their cue from me and piano chords. Authentic is my only rule. I want to hear it all. Don't fumble all over my words. The traumas that I yield are real and right, so feel. And if it's good to me, I'll sing your praise. 1,000 rabbits run in threes, kaleidoscopic pad melodies cascading through my brain. And hot girls make it rock, magnetic force. At 55 I'm focused thought. Computers painted purple rot, and God painted me wrong. Authentic is my only rule. I want to hear it all. Don't fumble all over my words. The traumas that I yield
my heart beating on my driveway, on my neighbor's lawn. Life wouldn't wait for you to like me better, now it's gone. Bright blue eyes and raspberry vines soak up the sun. Bet you'd like it a little bit better with someone else you love. With someone else you love. And every hour I sink deeper into the reason why it's over. I know there is plenty to regret, but there are violets in my head and empty sheets spread across my bed. I would have stayed, and baby, we'd have exploded, but it was violets. Oh, and now you are gone, and I would have stayed 'cause you were my way home. And oh, Violet, you're one of a kind. Between love and madness, I saw your mind. Faded into white streaks and temporary loves, and new obsessions you haven't heard of. And every hour I sink deeper into the reason why it's over. I know there's plenty to regret, but there are violets in my head and empty sheets spread across my bed. I would have stayed, and baby, we'd have exploded, but it was violets. Oh, now you are gone, and I would have stayed 'cause you were my way home. And now time has painted too, and all our puzzle pieces fit, shuffled back into place. Oh, it'd be a shame. Now your name's not taboo, but I've displaced you now with violets in my head and empty sheets that I spread across my bed. I would have stayed, and baby, we'd have exploded, but it was violence. Oh, and now you are gone, and I would have stayed 'cause you were my way home. Violence in my head, I would have stayed, but it was violence. Oh, now you are gone, and I would have stayed 'cause you were my way home.
He's got a polo sweatshirt 3 times too big for him. On the floor in his bedroom, there's a bow and arrows, a longboard and a dream catcher. He has a hornet's nest that's hanging in his window. There's a bike that's leaning on a tree trunk outside. His front steps have old tobacco pasted onto them. And this summer he and the boys all went down to Kentucky. But that's pretty far these days. Some kids these days get pretty far anyways. Inside the last tobacco ball, there is something strange. They open it up for the first time. Inside a larger marble, a lustrous one, and it's pretty far these days. The Indian boy, he's been blinding us, indigenous to his quarters. I was in love with it. The Indian boy, he's been sucking us in.
indigenous to his quarters. Here's a notary-worn chief's headdress he once made. Mind you, it could use some real feathers and might. I was minding the porch one night when I beheld one of his volleys fly high and miss and drop with its end. Pierce, could that be Black Bart? The Indian boy, he's been dragging you down, indigenous to his quarters. I was in love with it. The Indian boy, he's been working his charms, indigenous to his quarters. His parents say that for him it's gonna be hard to find a place that will suit him after high school. I wish he wasn't such a misogynist, but the road's filled with crags that he could throw away. There's so many that he could throw away. But maybe things were not the way things seemed, and the rocks, they were not rocks, they were all the head drillers were voices. Works of pride are not light at all. The Indian boy, he's been dragging you down, indigenous to his quarters. You were in love with it. The Indian boy, he's been working his charms, indigenous to his quarters. Maybe you could love him if some highways, each filled with people I once knew, where almost every street name couldn't lead me back to you. Another short dream out in Lebanon, a half smile in St. Louis, where she kissed me in a garden wide and full of trees. I saw my oldest friend, he was dressed to the tens. He had a lot to say and not too much. He was pleased to know my sister, she was stillborn. I'm her father now, I couldn't set her free. Her mother wants her back again. She never knew that woman, and the darkness in her gets out for a week, just one time every full moon. I'm saving compliments for those who need it most. I understand who's close to me, I wonder who will need it more. I wanna see you once again. I know I'd find it hard to be in the presence of a holy man, in a broken stair, in a sinking boat. I can sing this song in Spanish now, it gives me more room to breathe in a passionate relationship with this silver-colored stream. I was caught outside the tracks, it was a summer's afternoon, in the papers of a woman's life, in the Christmas book of cards. Her mother wants her back again. She never knew that woman, and the darkness in her gets out for a week, just one time every full moon. Every full moon, the moon is shining brightly. The sea is gentle and calm. The sea is gentle and calm. If you've lost your wit, then find one quick. You can raise a little easy sarcasm. The moon is shining decisions you made.